world is. What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer podcast. My name is Eric. You hate me 702. And to the side of me, we got the man, the myth, the legend.
Yo, it's Mo.
I almost came in. I don't know if y'all ever watched like Kenny Powers, KO fourth quarter. I almost came in like him. We back. He always say we back, and it's only him.
You're fucking out.
Yeah. Bob. All right. So yep, we were off last week due to the fact that I was in San Diego with my wife and we were taking in some sights and scenes and sounds from the animals.
You were canoodling?
Cool. Yeah, exactly. We went to San Diego Zoo. We went to the San Diego Safari Wild Park. That was pretty cool. We also went to SeaWorld. That was kind of garbage. And then we went to Mission Beach. It was too fucking cold to be on Mission Beach, so we just walked there, took a picture, and then walked around their little section that they had, shopping area or whatever. Amazing. We didn't have to pay for parking at Mission Beach. That was fun, and we got a parking spot right up front. Overall, the trip was kind of cool, but I'm tired of fucking amusement parks nickeling and diming the fuck out of people. Like, it is getting so ridiculous. Just to give you an idea, in SeaWorld, if you want to sit in the splash zone, remember the splash zone? You would take the kids, they'd go sit there, you go and get the stupid.
I've never been to SeaWorld, but I'm assuming it's like fucking Blue Man Group.
Yeah, but you would take the ponchos, put the ponchos on, and they would sit up front. And the closer
they come and fucking flip some water on your ass.
Yeah, they splash you with the and so now I'm sitting up there. I wasn't gonna sit up there anyway, but then I looked at it and it's reserved. And to do it, to sit down there, you got to pay $20 extra per person. So if you got 3 kids,
and you don't even get a towel, you got to pay extra for that bitch too.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, like everything was nickel and dime. We went to
Fast Pass.
Yeah,
Ultra
so they
Fast
didn't really have any of that because they don't have a lot of rides. So they were trying to nickel and dime other things. Like, hey, if you want to do the audio tour, go ahead. You can put in your earphones, get earphones, and you can download this, go to this station or this app, but it costs this much more money to do a fucking audio tour while walking around. At the safari park, they had They had a behind the safari, behind the scenes safari, and Alyssa's like, "Do you want to do this?" It was $280, and I was like, "No." If we went to like Disney World, I would do that, but I have not seen nothing at SeaWorld or San Diego Zoo that makes me think that I'm gonna enjoy that. They have a tram that takes you around it for free. It was a 50-minute wait. The tram took us around it. We literally saw the safari. It was 90 minutes. Basically, you sat in a truck with 2 people, and they talked to you for 90 minutes while driving.
Oh, so you saw what you would have done?
We saw, because they have a ride that's a tram, and the tram takes you behind the safari. Yeah. So it takes you around and lets you see everything from the backside. That same area that we were driving in was the $280 fucking tour. Now, granted, they went in a couple more places, but yeah.
You get to sniff a couple of animal buttholes. That's about it.
The best part of the trip, this is going to sound pretty weird, even my wife says this, was us waiting for our chicken at this place called Houston's Hot Chicken. So we went down to California, went to the dispensary. California prices are normally cheap. This dispensary wasn't. But we got this blunt called a King Roll. Okay? It was 1/3 a gram. I don't even know what the fuck this blunt had in it. I have no clue what it had in it. It was
it's like infused or something.
It's more than infused. It's not like, you know what the moon rocks are with the little dab thing. It was way, like, I saw that, and then this blunt. I should go get the fucking package. Beck, can you bring me the package to the King blunt? This blunt, because I kept it. This blunt was like, it was, and it said 1/3 a gram. It literally said on it, this shit hits differently. Now again, we are weed connoisseurs. We more than dabble in the weed business. And we were smoking it. Granted, we had ate some edibles. So, take it out with what you want. But we were smoking it. We smoked half of it and put it out. We waited in line at this damn fast food restaurant for 30 to 40 minutes for our food and laughed the whole fucking time.
What's the percentage?
The whole time. I don't fucking know. It, dude. Let me see if I can pull it up. That fucking blunt was so fucking. And then, like, again, we smoked half of it. Let me see. King's Roll. See, they got a lot of these. That's not. This might be it. This might be it. This might be it right here. Yeah, I'm at least 21 years old. Shut the fuck up. I'm not staying in touch with you. This might be it. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So it is. Each king roll is a handcrafted blended, two unique and complementary flavors to taste. Award-winning loud pack, flower and Kingpin's award-winning oil, or cultivation and yeah. Doesn't tell me exactly what's in it, but I'm trying to find a better picture of it. I don't know if we're in trouble for this, but oh well, let's present it. Share screen. Ain't nobody watching. Share screen. All right, where is it? King roll. So this was what we got right here. This mango Kush Penelope Kush. Infused pre-roll, 1.3 grams. Um, that
Okay, 1.3 grams. I think it's
yeah,
a third
we
of a
only
gram. I'm all
smoked.
like, that's like a baby.
We only smoked. See, I don't even think that. Let me go get the fucking thing. I don't even think that might have been the one because that percentage seems really low. Let me go see if I can find a pack.
While we wait, how's everybody's weekend out there? Happy New Year. College football was interesting. All the top four seeds getting bumped after having the bye. I think Texas is going to be going all the way there.
All right, so here we go. It was so maybe that was it. So it's this right here, 1.3 grams, pineapple breeze flower. It says cannabis oil keef infused in the pre-roll.
Yeah, it's probably the oil and the
And then
keef.
warning, this shit hits differently. Right here. It was fucking insane, dude. Like next day was that one. Next time I come, I go. I may have to bring you back. It's fucking insane.
So you can only get it out there.
I don't know. We didn't find it in Vegas. We went back and looked on New Year's Eve. So I got like we got a moon rock and we got a head cheese one. The moon rock was good. We also used our points to get some other stuff, and we're gonna start making our own stuff. So once we make one, I'll bring you one over. We gotta get the blunt paper, and then you put the dab, and we have oil. So we're gonna try to do our own shit. Try to infuse the weed with the oil, let it dry, and then sprinkle it in a blunt. Put some little dab stuff in there. We have
You're gonna
Keith.
name it. You're gonna name it Chief Keef.
Roll that shit in Keith. Call it the Vegas Benchwarmers, and then bring that over to you.
I thought you were gonna call it Chief Keef.
Chief, I can't. That's already somebody's name.
Well, they do that shit all the time.
Okay, so enough with the weed talk. All right, so first thing we're gonna get in, we're gonna talk about Unrivaled Women's League, basketball league. So if y'all don't know what that is the new 3-on-3 league that is Brianna Stewart. It starts on January 17th. It will be on TNT and True TV. So they already have sponsorship for it. All of their games are on there.
People are saying it's rigged for Stewie to win all the whole time.
It might be. They have a 1v1 tournament from February 10th,
That's pretty
13th,
cool.
14th, and 18th. So that's in
The
the middle of
NBA should do. The NBA should do that shit.
the NBA will never do that because the egos of the damn players. They used to actually have that. They used to have like 1v tournaments during All-Star game. back in the day. So they and
Yeah.
basically, I don't know who's on the teams. Let me see. Let me see who's on the
Six
team.
teams, I guess.
Yep, there's 6 teams. They're not called teams. They're called clubs. Laces. Oh my God. Lunar Owls.
The Larks,
No, there is no Larks.
the Mercury,
There is no
the
Mercury.
the
I don't know what the fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong. Their website is kind of
oh,
better.
Nafisa Collier is the other founder.
Yeah, their website is better than the NBA.
WNBA.
Yeah, WNBA. So we have the Laces, the Lunar Owls, the Mist.
Oh, they'll be on Max.
Yeah, the Phantom. All games will be streamed on Max too. Oh, I did not know that. Good thing. The Rose and the Vinyl. Stupidest names I've ever seen. Can we get so here's the Laces, Lunar Isles,
When
Mist.
you said laces, I thought they were just ripping off the aces and just calling them the
Oh,
laces. That's why I said the Mercury.
Phantom, BC Phantom, Rose Basketball Club, and Vinyl Basketball Club. Look, I don't I think we need to get away from this shit of calling teams clubs now. Like the hockey club for the Salt Lake City.
That's
This is
all
not,
ripping off European football clubs.
dude, they used to do this in the 1920s. Because when sports were played, especially basketball, you had a lot of club teams. So
I
they
think
weren't
back in the day, you actually have to pay your dues to go and fucking play in these clubs. So you're
so
gonna
yeah, you
need
have I
five
don't
dollars, Buster.
what was that off of? You said
Oh,
it
good
just like
question. The
what?
fucking that one movie
Yeah, $5
is
bust.
it?
What is that
It
movie?
it's not. Don't be a menace, right?
No, I think
I, c-
it might be Don't Be a Menace.
I can't remember now. Now you have to look it up.
I am. Yeah, it
It's
is
one of
Don't Be a
those.
Menace. It is Don't Be a
Oh,
Menace. Yep.
okay.
$5, Buster. That might be
I
another
got mind games over Debo.
Devo
He
Devo.
he be telling me shut up.
I
I
be
be
quiet.
quiet, but when he leaves, I be talking again.
Dude, I just said yesterday I need to because I'm going on another trip for work. So I'm trying to get the movies lined up that I want to watch. I was like, I need to get Friday downloaded, but they didn't have it on Netflix.
Aren't they
I
supposed
just
to come out with last Friday?
they've been talking about it for years,
It's
but
gonna be like
word
Dre's fucking
what
um
from I don't think they'll do it now. I don't think there's
right.
no way to do it because John Witherspoon's dead, Tiny's dead, Tiny Zeus is dead, so Debo's dead. Chris Tucker's not going to go back and do it because Chris Tucker is all religious and holy vow, and fucking Michael Jackson called him Christmas. So
Cat
he's
Williams ain't gonna do it either. Huh?
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Well, Cat Williams may do it. Cat Williams may do it, but that's I don't think it. I don't think, it's one of those things where it's so
Unless they just
far.
do a whole new cast and they do the
Yeah,
sun and shit. The
but
sun's
it's
gonna
so
be.
far away. It doesn't even hit the same. Like
They're
I
just
mean,
gonna try to get a couple nostalgia
yeah.
people coming over to watch it and then trying to introduce it to the new generation.
Dude, you know what's funny about that? Me and Jeremy,
Oh man, Oregon got their ass
me and
smashed.
Jeremy met up for lunch that day on New Year's, and we went to California, and we watched the end of Ohio State and Arizona, or Arizona and Texas. Sorry, Arizona State and Texas, and then we started watching Ohio right when Ohio State and Oregon started playing. I told Jeremy, I'm like, this is gonna be an ass whooping. Jeremy's like, no, it's not. I'm like, it's gonna be like 35-7. Jeremy's like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. And then we went to get lunch, and in lunch, I was like, dude, it's 34 fucking 0. Yeah, I knew this was gonna be an ass whooping. Yeah, Ice Cube's son is actually very, very good. He's very talented. Him and the dude that played Dre in what was it? God,
Straight out of
NWA.
Compton.
Yeah, NWA.
I think it's called
So
Straight out of Compton.
teams, let's see. Here are the play. Oh my god. Dude, this website is so much better than the WNBA. So I go and click on the laces, bam. And then they have a
It's
lace
a
running through the
fucking
back.
shoelace.
Granted, this looks like some shit off of 2K. So they have Jackie. Wait, do they have
TIP.
nicknames? Jackie Young, okay.
Yeah, Jackie Young.
Tip is Tiffany Hayes. McBuckets is Kayla McBride. Alyssa Thomas is AT. Muddy Martin is Kate Martin. How is this chick becoming so famous?
She's fucking a bucket, bro.
She's really not.
She's
She's
a
not
great
bad.
teammate.
Don't get me wrong. It's just so funny how she literally was basically got drafted, didn't think she was going to get drafted, and now she's becoming famous as shit. You know what Jeremy would say? It's because she's white. So here's the Lunar Owls. Oh, they don't even have an owl. They missed out. They should have had an owl up there. They missed out.
They should have
So
had
we
a owl where?
they should right here, right where that pic when it starts off, when this starts off and opens up, they should have an owl sitting like near the moon or silhouette, like right
Oh,
on one.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So you got
Queen C.
Collier. Yep. You got Courtney Williams. You got Skylar Diggins Smith. You got Alicia Gray. She's a bucket. You got Shakira. And you got Cameron Brink. Wow, she got out for the whole entire season in basketball, and then she made it back in time to play that. Oh, let's see. The Miss. This is stupid. That don't even look like Miss. That just look like lights.
The missus from
Running
where?
again. Huh?
I haven't seen where any of these teams are from.
Yeah, that's a good point. Brianna Stewart. Well, this is Stewie's team. Oh yeah, this is an ass whooping.
Or do they not have like a home base and shit? They're just gonna be kind of
Oh
like the big three?
my fucking god, dog! They have Stewie, Dejanay Carter, who we know is a defensive lockdown for the Sun. They have Courtney Vandersloot, who is the all professional point guard. The Gold Mamba, Jewel Lloyd, who is a walking fucking bucket. Aaliyah Edwards, she's good. She's good. She's probably the worst player on the team. But she's good. And Rikia Jackson,
Ricky Jackson.
who we know is a walking bucket. Yeah, this might be set up for Stewie to win.
So
So
they don't have like a home base. It's probably like the big three where they're just gonna be
I
traveling
don't
around and shit.
I don't that's a good question because this one it says BC and BC.
Basketball club.
Oh, dumbass Eric. The Phantom. That is horrible.
It says right there, basketball
Yeah,
club.
I see it. That is horrible. Yes, Bubba's. What do you want? You want now? You got it. Go ahead. Come on. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. This one has the unicorn. I don't know who the fuck that is. Oh, she's not a unicorn, but okay. Oh, maybe okay.
Mm.
This one's unfair because they have a straight up dude playing for them. This team's getting their ass whooped. The only person on here is Sabrina Ionescu. I know Brittany Griner. I know she's supposedly great, but I mean, yeah, she's a dude. The Rose. Oh, that's kind of cute. Oh, see, they fucked up. Why didn't they have it go to a Rose?
You should have had a picture of Derrick Rose.
Ooh, that would have been 305 bar. Of course, of course,
Did you
of course.
see a slight tangent? Did you see that Derrick Rose now owns a flower shop?
No, I did not see that.
Yeah,
Holy.
it's
Well,
called
this team is
Rose's Flowers.
they need some big people, but this team is pretty good. You got Angel Reese, point guard, Chelsea Gray, Brittany Sykes. Okay, you got three walking buckets, right? You got two walking buckets. You got
Is Angel
somebody.
Reese from Miami?
Is Angel Reese from Miami?
Was she 305 Barbie?
I think she is from Miami. I don't know, but Angel Reese is starting to annoy me.
Yeah, she kind of annoyed me from the beginning.
Yeah, she's starting to fucking annoy me. No, she's from Maryland
I wonder why the nickname.
because she's fucking annoying. Oh, that's cool how they went in a record shop. They did that one kind of nice. See. This is the only team that did it right. They literally put their thing on a turntable. That's the best one.
True.
So we have
Enrique
yep,
Ogobenwale.
yep. Ray, okay, I would have not known who that was. Ryan Howe, okay. Aaliyah Boston, okay, another. Wait, you don't. Oh my God, they fucked up, and they got big baby bitch. So they didn't get Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is on what team?
She's not playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's not on any of the teams because not everybody's playing. It's just whoever signed up. Yeah, Caitlin
So is
Clark's not.
it that she didn't? Is it that she didn't sign up then?
She might not have signed up, or she decided to do other shit.
Shit, I'm gonna do my own league.
Maybe she decided to get better.
She's like, I'm gonna go play with the Ruskies.
So yeah, and just we'll be covering this. Oh, so league is built in collaboration with the biggest stars and when tipping off in Miami.
Oh, that's why it's not Caitlin Clark.
Yep, and that's why it's 305. Got it. All right. So enough talking about women's basketball. We'll talk more about that when Jeremy and them come on. We'll continue on. Oh, there is something I do want to talk about. I do. I forgot about this. Okay, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but there's a clip going around. A clip of Asia Wilson on the Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart podcast. Okay, they have a podcast together. In that in that clip, Asia Wilson asked basically it came up whether Josh Hart could beat Asia Wilson in a basketball game. Asia Wilson said she would beat him 11-8. She said it's not like I'm saying you're trash. I'm giving you respect 11-8. They asked
Is
Josh.
it? Is it make it take it?
I don't know. They didn't ask, but
Because they say most players are gonna ask you. That's the first question they're gonna ask you to make it take it.
yeah. So they didn't ask. They didn't say anything about it. But basically they were like, and then she asked Josh Hart, and Josh Hart was like, oh yeah, I'll tell you, I'll 100% tell you. And she's like, don't piss me off, Josh. Don't piss me off. So Josh said, I'd beat you 11-7. And she goes, oh, you have 7? He goes, yeah, +4. So the internet kind of went crazy about this because Jeff Teague on his podcast, him and his boys said Asia Wilson is not beating the 13th man on the bench. They also said that she is not beating a G League player. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Asia Wilson could beat Josh Hart?
If she gets the ball first and
No.
it's make it take it.
No. Well, I don't understand this. I don't get this. No.
I'm
What is
saying
what is Asia Wilson? Let's just break this down. What
I
skill?
think one player can beat another player. These people don't miss.
Hold on.
So
What skill set does Asia Wilson have that she could use against Josh Hart that Josh Hart could not defend?
Josh Hart's how tall?
The same height. They're both
They're the
6'4".
same height.
Oh, and he
Okay.
outweighs her by 30 pounds.
Okay. Yeah. Then it's gonna be tough.
No,
Um,
it's not going to be tough. It's not even going to be a game. It's not going to be a game. It's not going to be, it's not even close.
I think it'll be closer than you think.
No, no, I think it'll be like 11-4, and he gives her 4 because he feels bad for her. Listen. There is a difference, and I'm not saying I'm not good at basketball. I'm average for a pickup game, maybe a slightly below average, right? But I've seen the difference with players that are college level players. So my son has a friend that we call Baby Hawk. He's been on the podcast, Lamont. Lamont has been on the podcast a couple years ago. Lamont is like 6'4", 230 pounds of all fucking muscle. Since he went to Rancho, since he was in high school, he's been all muscle. He's built like a brick. I played basketball with him. I couldn't do anything. He literally could move me anywhere he wanted. Now, again, I'm a lot less than him. He could move me anywhere he wanted. He screened me. I ran into his shoulder and almost got a fucking concussion. Like I literally hit his shoulder and was like, oh, fuck, I can't. Hold on. Give me a second. So my thought process is if Asia Wilson was playing Jeff Teague is like 6'1". There's a chance that she may be able to put up a fight, but we are naturally stronger. So she has no advantage. She can't back him down. She's not going to be able to back him down. That's her game. She's not quicker than him. She's not faster than him. And she can't jump higher than him. So how in the fuck is she going to beat him?
We have to shoot lights out.
But how are you shooting lights out when he's in your face?
Oh no, you can still get some space. Step
Where?
back.
Where?
Step
A
back.
step back on. Oh, so I'm sorry. You mean Asia Wilson's step back is better than James Harden's?
It may be.
Better than Damian Lillard's? Better than, and that's another issue that we have. Anything that she does, he's seen 9,000 times. Oh, well, he doesn't play in the post. I'm sorry, Josh Hart has never switched up on somebody in the post. Josh Hart was in the same locker room as Kobe Bryant.
Josh Hart didn't sign up for the. Oh wait, they're in season right now.
She
He didn't sign up
cannot
for the
beat Thanos.
unrivaled.
She can't beat Thanos. Not at all.
Matches.
Thanos is fucking 720. Not being mean, a woman can. No, it's not. It's not. That's the problem. I'm so sick. Look, I'm so sick in this day and age that we just want to be nice. And when we pull out now, am I saying that Asia Wilson can't beat the 13th man? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Asia Wilson could. Let's pull up who the 13th man is on the team. Let's see. Lakers 13th man. We'll just go Lakers right now, just to see. And now go another team. So we have. Okay, she can beat Bronny James. Happy New Year, buddy. She could definitely beat Bronny James. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, NR. She definitely could beat Bronny James. I'm not berating. God, I hate you, Justin. Jeremy. Jeremy's sick today, guys.
Tell him. Tell him, Jeremy. He's still keeping you fucking check.
She could, yeah, she could beat Bronny. She could definitely beat Bronny. She could definitely beat Bronny. So you think it would be closer? What do you think the score would be? Mo. Her versus Bronny James.
Her and Bronny James. Oh, I think she can get Bronny.
She's gonna get
fucking. She gonna elbow him in the chest. Fucking game over.
Okay, what about like Gabe Vincent?
I think that one could be a coin flip.
This is another one that I think I think people don't understand. A lot of these NBA players used to average, you can know how to play. Just because they don't play in the game and you go, oh, they don't know how to score, they're not a good scorer. They at one point in time was a scorer.
They were like the state best player and shit.
Yeah, a lot of them were. And then they just got into the
mountaintop,
NBA, and that's just not needed. So it's just become something that they don't need. What was it? Patrick Beverly scored like 40 points a game in high school.
Well, they gotta fit other roles.
Yeah, so that's kind of the issue. And then there was a I don't know, is anybody seeing that? Saying she can't beat someone that looks like he says Josh Hart looks like a French bulldog. No, she's not beating Ben Simmons. So I think she could beat. I think Jeff Teague saying she's not beating the 13th man, but I just think that a lot of us don't. A lot of us just automatically think, yeah, she's good and she could beat. Let me see the 76ers. Let's look at the 76ers roster real quick. I think a lot of people just go, oh, she's great in WNBA, so she's great in. Like I don't know who Jeff. She could probably beat Jeff Dwowden Jr. I don't know.
She could beat Joanna Man.
No, Joanna Man's whooping her ass. Joanna Man is beating her ass, buddy. I'm sorry. I love you, Joanna Man. Joanna Man is whooping her ass. Okay, Joanna Man is LeBron James in a fucking two-piece. So yeah, I just think it's funny how everybody wanted to hate on him. Maybe his take, yeah, she's beating some guys, but I don't think she's beating most guys in an NBA rotation. I think she's supposed to say 11-8. She's supposed to have the confidence that she could beat him. And Josh Hart was nice and said 11-7. But yeah, I think Josh Hart is just whooping her ass. Josh Hart.
Well, now they're gonna have to do it at some point.
There's no reason. Like there's
always
no
internet always wins.
If that was to happen, that would be like the Bradley Martin Logan Paul fight, where they do it behind closed doors, because there's no win for either one of them. The only win that Asia has is if she beats Josh Hart. If she beats Josh Hart, I told you guys, but Josh Hart now that's not a win for him. I don't care what he says. He's going to get fucking trash talk that he lost to a woman in the NBA locker room. And if he beats her, it's not a win for him because he's supposed to beat her. He's an NBA player. And if he beats her, it's not a win for him because he's supposed to beat her. He's an NBA player. And if he beats her, it's not a win for him because he's supposed to beat her. He's an NBA player. And if he beats her, it's not a win for him because he's supposed to beat her. He's an NBA player. And if she loses, it hurts her. I'm saying, yeah, of course. Dude, listen. We are trying to build the game. Okay. We are trying to build the game of WNBA. That's what we want to do. I do not think in any way, shape, or form that having a 3-on-3 men's tournament against a 3-on-3 men's basketball game against a 3-on-3 women's basketball game in any shape or form helps build the WNBA.
How about 3v5?
How about, like, I don't mind the skills challenges. I don't mind the shooting contest. I'm fine with all of that. But when we get physicality in there, it's not the same.
3v5.
Well, what three? Oh, so if you, this is a question. Let's say they did 3v5 and they picked Asia Wilson, Stewie, Sabrina Ionescu, Jackie Young, and throw somebody else in, right? What NBA player, and Brittany Griner, what NBA players do you think are coming out?
All the bigs.
So do you think that in this scenario, let's just say Carl Anthony Towns, Victor Wembanyama, and Lonzo Ball?
Oh, they
What do you
got that.
think?
Lonzo Ball don't even have needs right now.
But Lonzo Ball is still playing. He's just a point guard. He doesn't have to do nothing. What do you think is
When
happening in
there's,
this game?
when there's three people though, you need the D up.
What do you think? What do you think is happening? Victor can just do this. We are
They can
forgetting
go. They can go behind them though.
Asia Wilson is 6'4", and she's a power forward. Carl Anthony Towns is 7 foot. Brittany Griner is 6'7". Like, that's what I would think would happen. I don't think it would be fun because the NBA guys would just pick the big guys. And I don't think that's going to be fair to the women.
There's
Now,
a
if
girl
they
in
did,
China that's 7'6". They're coming.
who?
It's a girl in China that's seven
I know,
six.
I've seen her.
She
Yeah,
can't jump with the shit though.
I know. But that's the problem. I think it would become a strategic battle. So if they said, okay, we'll give you Thanos, Thanos Antetokounmpo, we'll give you Bronny James, and we'll give you Zion. Then yeah, okay, we have fun. Then we have fun, but it all just depends. Well, we said a 3v3 tournament. That's what we said. So Anthony said a 3v3 tournament. Again, Josh Hart and Asia Wilson, I think would be cool. But if we put a 3v3 tournament, if I'm the WNBA, I pick all my young guys. I don't even pick LeBron. I pick Victor. I pick Chet. I throw in a point guard. And I don't. That's why I don't think that would. I think we should keep it to the skills challenge, because when you're in a skills challenge, they can compete hands down. We saw that with Sabrina and Steph Curry. They can 100% compete. If we're doing the 3-point shooting, if we're doing the skills challenge, if we're doing other stuff, it's fair playing ground. But once you put physicality in it, I just don't think it's fair. I'm sorry, I gave them the five best players in their fucking league, Jeremy. I gave them the 5 best players and put a 2-year player, a guy that is considered a choke artist and an underachiever in Carl Anthony Towns, and gave them Lonzo Ball, who's playing his first season in 2 years. How the fuck did I stack the deck against their best WNBA players? There's no way I stacked the deck. You just know those names. Yeah, Lonzo Ball's first game in 2.5 years was this season. He's coming off a torn ACL or whatever the fuck he was having. Victor Wembanyama is in his second year, and Carl Anthony Towns is averaging 30 and 10 for New York, but he's been considerably an underachiever. So I don't think I was. And again, yes, I'm sorry, if I had a choice for the NBA against the WNBA in a 3v3, why would I not stack the deck so the NBA could win? Why would I want the NBA to look bad? Of course I'm gonna. I didn't fucking say I'm putting LeBron and Steph Curry and fucking Giannis on the team. That would be stacking the deck. What do you think about that, Mo? Do you think it's
Um,
stacking the deck? with who I gave him.
Not necessarily, but I guess there's always gonna be some sort of. I guess I don't think people will see it as balance. I guess until they can actually pull it off. So
So that yeah,
until you see it, then they're gonna kind of
my
linger over there.
there's no way to account for that high factor. There's no way. And then there's things they couldn't do. Like Kelsey Plum could never play. She could never play in this game. She's 5'9". Like that's so I that's why I don't want to see it. I think it sounds good, but there's too much different in physical form. The average WNBA player is what, 6, maybe 5'11" now? 6 feet now. It's 6 feet now compared to the NBA that's 6'6". Just there's a 6 inches difference. Wait, welcome back, buddy, because the NBA is garbage and nobody watches it. Welcome back. You heard it here first. In 2 years, Camila Codorso will be a better player. Oh, yes, 100%. I'm there with you. There has been. There's been Isaiah Thomas. There's been Spud
All
Webb.
right, throw Muggsy Bogues out
There,
there, Spud
has been
Webb.
Muggsy Bogues. There's been Speedy Claxton. But all of those players in the NBA were role players. Yes, Spud Webb won a dunk contest in the 80s, but most of them were role players. Muggsy Bogues had a brief stint with the Charlotte Hornets when they had Larry Johnson, but they weren't leading
All right,
teams.
make it 6 foot and 6 and under then.
6 foot and under for the NBA.
6 and under for both.
Oh, okay. So yeah, then you okay. So then you take out Brittany Griner. Um, she's completely out.
Or
So
just
that
make
one.
it wherever, make it whatever the tallest WNBA. Cap it there.
Okay, so the tallest, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, she's a Hall of Famer. Never mind.
7 something.
She was 7'2". So 6'10".
Lisa, was that Lisa Leslie?
No, 6'10" is China's housing. She is an active WNBA player. So I have 6'10" and under. So what wouldn't be able to happen again? Uh, somebody under 6 foot winning a dunk contest? No.
Nate Robinson?
Nate
He
Robinson's
was
over
6 something.
I think he's
He,
6 feet.
he looks like he looks like he shouldn't be.
Oh no, he's 5'9". So yeah, there you go. 5'9". That's your best. That is your best under 6 foot player that had a consistent role on teams. Isaiah Thomas had 1 year. He is your best. Well, and then I would hate myself, and I love myself. No, I just think all I'm saying is no matter who we put on there, men are faster, stronger, and in this scenario, most of them are taller. So if we said, okay, 6'4" and under, NBA players 6'4" and under.
Yeah, if you have a Shaq rolling out there, then it's gonna be tough.
That's what I'm saying. So right
Is that your
now,
dog, or is that a ghost opening your door?
okay, that's my dog. So NBA players that are 6'4" and under, just to give you an idea. So we have Josh Hart, Anthony Edwards for Minnesota. What is any of them doing with Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
Please explain that to me. I know I'll never be in the NBA. They had people that tall back then. Yeah, they did. But I know I'll never be in the end. So yeah, I you know what? Let's get off this conversation. This is a good topic. We're gonna have to bring this back when Sam and Jeremy are on. Because this opens up a lot of stuff. Okay, NFL awards. The main award I want to talk about is the MVP. Who do you think's getting the MVP? Who do you
Josh
think's
Allen.
getting it? And who do you think should?
I mean, you can make a case for Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Saquon. They're gonna give it to Josh Allen.
Okay. This is weird. Okay, so I think Josh Allen's gonna get it because Lamar won it last year.
It's gonna be like the Michael Jordan
Yeah. If
thing.
Lamar didn't win it last year, then he would be first place right
If
now.
Lamar would have won the championship, they'll give him another one this year, but
The
he
issue
fucked
that
up.
you
Now
yeah
they're gonna punish him.
yeah. So I agree with Lamar. Lamar has is better in every stat besides wins and one
Turnovers.
stat. So I understand. I'm a Chiefs fan, so I remember when Mahomes got it because once Tyreek Hill left. So I get it. You lose Stephon Diggs, so I'm not worried about that. But what about Saquon? What about Burrow?
So that's where it's like weird because then they'll say, "Oh, well, Burrow doesn't have the wins," but then you have the other side of the coin where people say it's not a wins are not a quarterback stat. So
I
if they're
think
gonna give it to any quarterback, it's gonna be Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson.
so. This is the thing. I think the reason why Joe Burrow won't get it is because they're not as bad as the fucking NBA. They're not going to give somebody who's a six seed the fucking MVP because that sets a standard. Once they did that with Russell Westbrook, even though he had the triple double, that kind of set a standard. So they're not going to give that to him because of the fact that 100% he might not even make the playoffs, and they don't want to start that because then you're going to have a whole bunch of bullshit. Um, Josh Allen's having an amazing season, so I can't get mad at that. But I honestly think if this is the year that you want to change the narrative and not make this an MVP, a quarterback race, Barkley's the pick. Barkley left the Giants, is on a brand new team, has a great chance to break the rushing record. Fuck Nick Sirianni. And like a record that has been, what, 20 something years? Is that record older than the touchdown record that has been broken like twice?
I mean, shouldn't they have to break it in 16 games though? Or how many games
No,
did he play? It's
no,
not the same.
no.
They should prorate it.
Oh, okay, okay. So does he have less carries than Eric Dickerson?
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is
Touche.
that? What does that mean? Because remember back then they were fucking workhorses. So the running
Oh,
game was
true.
totally. So if we're gonna say because he has one extra game,
No
offensive
one told
line.
Eric Dickerson that you can reverse hurdle.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Offensive lines are so much more. Are so much more. Were so much more for the run back than they are now. So granted, Philly has that run rush offense, but hold on. Brand new team. Without him, the team would be nowhere near this good. The last time we saw them, they were wanting to fire the fucking coach. How is he not? Who on his team is amazing? So I
Hmm.
just if you I'm not saying that he should. I'm not saying that I would pick with the criteria, I would pick Josh Allen. I'm just saying if we want to not make this a QB award, this is the perfect chance to because you have three quarterbacks that are separating themselves by just record. Two wins here, four wins here. But then you have Saquon Barkley. That's all I'm thinking. Well, technically, yeah, he does. He has okay, let's see. Saquon Barkley stats. Okay, let's see. I don't want ESPN. I want Pro Football. Okay. Oh, it's more games. How many games did Saquon Barkley play this year?
Oh, was he injured?
How many games did he play this year? Since everybody keeps saying it's more games. 13. Played 13 games. Oh no, 16 games. Let me shut up. I'm stupid.
I was
16.
gonna say that sounds kind of low.
16 games. I looked at the wrong thing. Let me see what Eric Dickerson played rushed that year. Now, if Eric Dickerson did it in like 4 years and like less games, then I'm gonna in like less. Let me shut the fuck up. I hate. I don't
Man,
like that.
the man did it with goggles, bro.
Yeah, you got to give him more credit for that. He did do it with goggles.
They didn't even have fucking LASIK or contacts.
Okay, so he did it in 16 games. All right, let's just look. Let's just look. So he rushed. Saquon Barkley has 345 rushing attempts. Eric Dickerson has 379. So he has
So yeah,
30.
he would have had to had 36 more carries.
So if you think about it,
Would have been
36 carries is another
another
fucking
game,
game.
but that would have been another game though.
It's another game. A difference of 36 carries is a whole fucking game. So per game this year,
They shouldn't have given all those fucking carries to Jalen Hurts and them tush pushes.
so he had 14 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley has 13. He averaged his long was 66. He averaged 5.6 yards a attempt. Saquon is averaging 5.8 yards a attempt. His long was 72. He averages 125 yards a game, while Eric Dickerson averaged 136. Average carries a game is weird because his average carries is 23 a game, and Saquon Barkley's is 21. So I don't know. I don't know. I think yeah. Hurt is glory. Uh Sometimes it's best to be quiet. You're right. I am trying to learn that skill. That is a new skill I need to work on. Looks like Lamar won't get no awards this year. Okay, so I agree with you on that, Lamar. But you know what? That's voter fatigue. All right, so let's go with what other NFL Coach of the Year awards. Okay, who do you think should win Coach of the Year? You guys aren't gonna like my answer.
We'll go with is it Kevin O'Connell? That's the Vikings coach.
I'm guessing Barkley's long run is against Washington. Let's see.
Was that the
It was against
90
the
something?
Rams. It was against the Rams. His second longest run was against the Washington for 68. Uh, Gruden should be coach of the year. Okay, so we got Dan Campbell. We got, who did you say, Mo?
Kevin O'Connell?
Kevin O'Connell. Okay. All right. So, Jeremy, in the comments, you said Gruden, but who do you really think? Okay. And then who's the other one that we said? We said Lions, Dan Campbell. Okay. So I'm this Vikings coach. Okay. This sounds weird. I'm not, and this is not a hometown pick. I've normally never voted for him, but I do not understand how Andy Reid is not getting any consideration for coach of the year. I have no clue how that happens. So if we look at this, and I'm going to steal this from Nick Wright. Are you going out? You know, Nick Wright is a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so I'll steal this from him. If you look at what happens, what is the criteria for coach of the year? Is it the best story? Is it the best record? Or is it a coach that comes out of nowhere that you didn't think, because everybody had the Vikings dead to rights. So, and comes out of nowhere and wins an amount of games. What is the criteria for coach of the year? Is it overcoming objectives? Does it matter?
Um, I think it's gonna be part of that.
Okay.
Uh, part, I guess, maybe
If you don't,
overcoming your projections. Like the Vikings weren't, nobody had them ripping
so okay,
off the
so
streaks like
basically
they
they
did.
surprised.
Or
So what about Dan Campbell with the Lions? Everybody
Dan
knew they were.
Campbell can, yeah, they can give a case to Dan Campbell. I think he's kind of been there the last few years or close to it. So I don't know if that works for you or works against you. Like if somebody comes out of the blue, it's like a shiny new toy.
Okay, so you're basically, I could see that. So I could, and that's what I think we need to narrow down the criteria because I don't. Jeremy says it's objective because this is. I'm gonna make my
Super
case.
subjective. And
I'm
that's
gonna
like the
make
thing
my
with
case for
MVP too.
I'm gonna make my case for Andy Reid. Okay, so he does not have. When you look at awards this year, or the list of people that are in awards for the running, so Sam Darnold is plus 1,500 for the MVP awards. Has a higher favor than Patrick Mahomes. It's weird. Jared Goff is right under Sam Darnold, so both of them are higher than Patrick Mahomes. For offensive rookie of the year, don't have that. Where's defensive player? Defensive player on the year, we don't have anybody on there. Defensive rookie, we don't have anybody. We only have 5 Pro Bowlers. Mahomes is not a Pro Bowler. Is it 5 or 1? Yeah, hold on. How many Pro Bowlers do the Chiefs have? Think they had 5. But Mahomes is not on there, and I don't know. No, we might not have had 5.
How do you want him to win Coach of the Year? He's coaching some sorry ass players.
Well, that's the thing. So yeah, 5
So
Chiefs fans. We have
that means
5
he's
Pro
not doing a
Bowlers.
good that means he's not doing a good job of coaching them.
That means your Pro Bowlers
They're
are your
they're
best.
they're they're winning despite him, in
Your
spite of
Pro
him.
Bowlers are your best players of the season. So that's the way it is. They are considered some of your best players. So
I'm saying he's not coaching them up to be
based off
Pro
of
Bowl
the Pro Bowl,
level.
based off of the Pro Bowl, we only have 5 of the best players in the league. We've dealt with a tremendous amount of injuries. Isaiah Pacheco would have been a Pro Bowler if he didn't miss half the fucking season. Jalen Watson missed half the fucking season. We bring in people that we didn't think we. Of course, we got DeAndre Hopkins, Juju Smith-Schuster. We had to bring his ass back because our receivers, Rashid Rice, is gone for fucking the full season. Granted, that was Patrick Mahomes' fault. So you have no Pro Bowlers. You have no threat for the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, and you're the best fucking team in the league. You're fucking 15-1. So you're 15-1. Had a plethora of injuries on your offense and defensive line. You are considered to not be coaching the best players in the league because you only have 5 of them. Your all-star quarterback is having a down year by some people, even though he's 15-1, and you're 15-1. How are you not in the coach of the year odds? How is that possible? The Vikings may not even win their division. Neither one of these teams may win their division. Now, granted, you could lock up the number 1 seed. How is a coach that is 15-1, has won a majority of his games, were close games, which coaching matters in close games. Granted, everybody's going to say the ref. Very little Pro Bowlers, no MVP. So you have no person on the team that you can point to and go, they're the reason why they're winning. Of course, we can always point to Patrick Mahomes, but he's not in the MVP conversation. So, and he's not a Pro Bowler. So how is he not? How are you not? How does he not get votes? How does
I guess
Mike
because
Tomlin?
they
How
haven't
is
looked
Mike?
like they've looked in the past, and I don't know how maybe that somehow works against them because they know
Or
they
there,
can.
but he's never gotten votes in the 5 years that he's
I
had
think
Patrick.
it's his bad commercials.
Just think about it. Since he's had Patrick
If
Mahomes,
he didn't, if he wasn't out here fumble then I think people would vote for him.
he has not been the number 1 seed like 2 times in 7 years and never got Coach of the Year. How does that work? How does that work? The only thing you could say is Patrick Mahomes is the reason they're winning. But he did this in fucking Philly. Philly went to 5 straight NFC championships. How many have we been to? How does he not get Coach of the Year? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like we can't.
People,
For the longest
people
time, he
are
was
over.
the
They're
greatest.
over the Chiefs.
For the longest time, he was one of the greatest coaches that didn't win a ring. But he doesn't have a Coach of the Year vote at all. And he's 15. Where the fuck does that happen?
I'm telling you, people don't like his commercials.
That's probably it. He does have some bad commercials though. State Farm.
Fumblerooski, that shit just kills your fucking Coach of the Year
I would never
hopes.
vote for somebody who looks good.
Fucking Walrus.
Jim Harbaugh. Yeah, I can't say that. I don't understand how Jim Harbaugh will get it. 2 years ago, they were in the fucking playoffs. Granted, they blew a lead to the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars. A year ago, they quit on their fucking team coach. They were a team that was extremely talented that underperformed last year. I don't understand how Jim Harbaugh will get it just because he's a new coach. I mean, we could do that. We could definitely say he's a new coach, but based off of the history, we should have known he was going to come in to do this. So I can see that. It's objective. Coach of the year for me is the best out of the players, even through adversity. Is who can get the best out of the players through adversity. That's why we don't get a vote.
No Diddy.
He had to go get his players back from last year. What players back from last year?
How about
Because
Juju?
Kareem Hunt was on the couch. Juju Smith-Schuster was not on our team last year. What players from last year? DeAndre Hopkins wasn't on our team. So what players from last year? You get penalty calls in critical times. The choosing doesn't matter in those. Okay, so I'm getting you. I'm getting you. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand. I would be mad too if if I had a chance to win and my and you know the coaches the penalties got called referees. Don't, I'm not gonna get mad at that. I 100% agree with you. You need a tissue. I do need a tissue right now. I'm about to cry. Do I have a tissue? Yeah, I do have a tissue. Ah, bam, tissue. Don't need one. We're all good. Eric, you doing a lot of crying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all can call it crying. Y'all can call it passionate. Keep that same energy when we're three-time champions. Okay. So, defensive player of the year. Who do you think is going to be that?
Oh shit. Good question. I
Yeah.
haven't really given that much thought. Who's the candidate?
So, Yahoo Sports has Patrick Surtain as the favorite.
How many picks did he have?
This is a that hold on. That was a bad. Let's go back to where I was at. That was a bad. Here we go. So, defensive player of the year, Patrick Surtain, TJ Watt, Miles Garrett lead. Patrick Surtain is negative 230. So I don't know. So TJ Watt, Miles Garrett, Andrew Van Winkle.
I say give it to the corner for once.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be bad with that. Patrick Surtain is a beast. He has 4 interceptions and ran one of those back.
Wasn't he made to
TJ
play
Watt has
football?
11 and a half sacks. What do you guys think about offensive rookie of the year or offensive player of the year? Of course, it's going to be Saquon, right?
Yeah. Boy.
What about
Boy.
rookie of the year?
Boy.
Offensive rookie of the year. I don't care about defensive rookie of the year.
Bowers? Yeah, Bowers.
Yeah, Bowers takes it hands down. Yeah. Bowers takes it hands down. I didn't even think about that.
Didn't he
McDuffie,
break fucking all sorts of
yes.
records?
Huh?
I said, didn't he
McDuffie,
break
I
all
think the
sorts of
problem
records?
with McDuffie, the reason why he's not going to get consideration is he got his first interception this year, but B, he's just they don't really. I don't want to say they don't throw at him, but they haven't because Watson is Jalen's been out. So I think his stats aren't his. Well, let me see. Let's look at his stats. Let me shut up. Let me practice being quiet first. Let's compare these two. Let's compare. Okay, so compare right now. All right, so can I just see this season? Oh, this is the wrong Patrick Surtain. Fucking idiot. That's the old Patrick Surtain.
Oh, the his pops.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
Why is he so sorry? But he
I
was
was
a
like,
beast
why
too,
do they not
though.
have stats for this dude?
He was the one that played in Miami, right?
Who
His pops,
played for Miami Dolphins or Miami Hurricanes?
Miami Dolphins. Maybe the Hurricanes too.
That's that's a good. I didn't he play, he played for a couple people.
Yeah. I know. I'm just thinking of
I think
him
he
and
played
Sam
pretty good.
Madison. Sam Madison was on the other side.
Okay, so Patrick Surtain's played in 15 games to 16 games to Trent McDuffie. Trent has more interceptions. He has 4 to 2. Um, McDuffie has more sacks. He has half a sack, so he has more tackles, same amount of forced fumbles. So yeah, it's kind of they're very, very close. 16 games. So McDuffie has 45 solo tackles to Patrick Surtain's 31. He has 14 assisted to 11, 59 to 42. He has 6 tackles for a loss. Oh, whoa, we got to share this. See? Why are my Chiefs getting consideration for shit? Shit. So
Because
here's
they
his
don't want to
stat.
make it obvious when the script fucking plays out.
6 tackles for a loss, 4 QB hits, 2 interceptions, 13 pass defended to 11, and then both of them have a forced fumble. They've played, and the win doesn't matter because that was at the end. So I don't know. I don't know why they're not Barkley, Bowers not winning. LOL, please. It's Jaden Dan.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's true. Fuck.
Fuck. Dude, I
Yeah,
don't know.
they're
No,
gonna give
I'm
it to
not.
Jaden
No,
Daniels.
they're not.
Yeah,
Nope. They're
I
giving
think
it
they
to
are.
they're giving it to Browers. I
They
agree with
should give it to Bowers, but they're gonna give it to Jaden Daniels. Totally forgot about that.
God damn it. They're gonna give it to him. They're gonna give it to him. I forgot all about Jaden Daniels. I forgot all about his ass. Yep, offensive rookie is Jaden Daniels minus 400. They have Bo Nix as 2, and then Brock
What's
Bowers 3.
Bo Nix is too?
Yep, yep. I didn't even think about that. That's a good. Daniels played immersively well, but Bowers is special. Bowers broke Dicker's record. Yep, but yep, that Bowers is very, very special. I'm not gonna lie on that one. Speaking of the Russian record, so you talk about rewards, and we were talking about the Russian record. Should Saquon go for the rushing record? What do you think, Mo? Do you think the Eagles are fucking up, but now allowing him to go for the rushing record?
No, I mean you're supposed to keep him for the playoffs, right?
Chat, please help me out. I want to see if I'm the only one that's gonna be cynical here. Um, but I think Nick Sirianni and them are absolutely out of their fucking mind. I think the whole Eagle organization is out of their mind. This is why I used to
What if he
like.
fucking tears his ACL? Then Nick Sirianni's gonna look like an
What if
asshole.
they lose in the first round?
To him, the record don't mean shit.
No, it does. We were just talking about Eric Dickerson.
I'm talking about to Sirianni.
No, it means shit to Lane Johnson, the offensive line coach. It means shit to the running backs coach. It means shit to the offensive line, and it means shit to Saquon Barkley. All four of them, all of them get a boost up because their running back did that. When you go in as a running back coach, you're a running back coach that had somebody break the record. Your offensive line is the line that had a rushing record. No, it does matter. It just doesn't matter this season. It doesn't matter to Nick Sirianni.
That's what I
It doesn't
mean.
matter.
So
No,
ultimately,
but
he's gonna say we're doing what's best for the team.
for the Rams, but it's how is it best for the team if you aren't guaranteed anything?
You're guaranteed that he doesn't get hurt.
No, you're not. He can get hurt on the first play in the playoffs.
I'm saying he's not gonna get fucking hurt in the last game that's meaningless.
But we don't know if there's no guarantee that he is going to get hurt.
I know, but you'd rather err on the side of caution is how they're always playing that.
And what they're saying is because we have something. So let's say you're Nick Sirianni. Let's say you're the Eagles. You're the offensive line. You're the rushing record. You're all that places. Nick Sirianni already had trouble in the offseason with there was already him and Jalen Hurts don't get along. Everybody's already talked shit about this. about his coaching and how there's the vibe in the organization is not right, and you lose in the first round, what you literally gave up a rushing record, I guarantee you there's some sort of bonus in his fucking contract. I guarantee you there's a bonus in all of their contracts.
Maybe the owner fucking came down and whispered in
That's what
Sirianni's
people are
ear. You
saying.
know what I'm saying,
Right.
bro? So you know what? Saquon got sit this next game, bro. That's what I'm saying. What if he gets hurt?
What if he doesn't?
But what are
You're
you risking
saving.
it for?
I get that, but you're saving him. Your guys' thought process, and I'm not saying I want to make sure I'm
I was
comprehending.
always on the side of let them play and go for the records, but
I'm
just
just
saying that's what the fucking argument is.
I want to make sure I'm comprehending this right. So if he gets hurt, if he you're saving him because you want him hurt, you want him healthy for the playoffs, right? That's why you don't want him to get hurt in a meaningless game, which it's not meaningless because 40-year-old record is not meaningless. But okay. You want
The outcome of the game for your
you
team's
you want
whatever playoff scenarios don't mean shit. It's what
you
meaningless means.
hey, I get it. It doesn't mean anything. You want him to make the record, and you're saving him for the playoffs, which is no guarantee. You're saving him for a long run in the playoffs, which there's no guarantee that you're going to have. You got defeated last year by the Buccaneers in the fucking first round. There's no guarantee that it even matters. So I get everybody's thought process, but if he got injured going for the record, do you think people would actually be mad?
Probably they're gonna fucking say Sirianni's dumb for fucking playing him.
Listen, Sirianni is going to be gone regardless at the end of the season when they get beat in the first round. Who's the 7th seed? When they get beat in the second round. Because they're the 2 seed. Is he the reason they're in the playoffs though? Because they've made the playoffs the last 2 years without him. So is he? I mean, shit, this is the first time Saquon Barkley's ever had he's even said this is the first time I've
He's
ever
been
put up
driving the offense this year for
a
sure, though.
100%, but they won. They were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and they were in the playoffs last year. So it's not like a team that was borderline in the playoffs, and they were a contender for the last 2 seasons. Plus, Barkley break records when you can. Yeah, Playboy, you have to. He probably has a bonus. I guarantee you in his contract, there's a bonus for breaking the rushing record. I guarantee you there is money on the line, offensive line for that. And we have seen we know that Gronk even said, "Hey, I
So
need wait,
is he
wait.
not dressing? He's not dressing at all, right?
No, he's not playing.
I'm like, just sneak on out there, fucking wear somebody else's jersey. Yeah, give me the rock.
There's no guarantee that he doesn't get hurt, and there's no guarantee that he does get hurt. So realistically, he's played 16 games. At all 16 games, he can get hurt. I understand. Yes, buddy.
So to A, where are the keys, and B, am I gonna take myself?
Yeah, you're taking yourself. I just checked. There are the keys downstairs.
Nope. They found them. Thank you. Have a good day.
You have a good day. So I'm not saying that but there's no. We're acting like if he plays, it's a guarantee that he's going to get hurt.
Oh yeah, somebody's gonna fucking spear it right into his knee.
But we're acting like it is. So we're erring on a side of caution that we don't even know.
That's when the bounties come out.
The
They say,
last
"Oh,
time,
he's gonna try and break the record on us."
listen, the
That
last time,
noise.
and it's against the Giants,
Exactly. The Giants are gonna be like, "That noise. You ain't breaking that shit
dude.
on us."
It would take him seven
Helmet to
carries.
the knee. Boom.
7 carries.
Kayvon Thibodeau.
The last time we had a team that was on the precipice of somebody that was on the precipice of breaking a record in the last game of the season was the New England Patriots. And they went for it. They played their starters, came down to a very close game against the Giants in week 17, and nobody got injured. On the other hand, we've had a team that could set records in the Peyton Manning led Colts, and they rested all their players on week 17 and got knocked out in the first round. So there's like no guarantee. I just don't understand it. What did I say? Show the guarantee and the money? Oh, I can definitely look it up. NFC North representing Super Bowl Eagles will get eliminated quickly. I agree with that. So we're not gonna walk past a random guy. So we could, that's my son. That's my 23-year-old. So it's time for him to go to work. And that was Quentin. So he was asking, because he drives my car because I go to town a lot. So he was like, hey, can I get the keys so I can, am I driving to work or can I get the keys to drive to work? So yeah, that's my son. That's my youngest son.
What did you say? So we're not gonna walk past?
So we
He
just
just thinks
not gonna walk
he just thinks you got strangers rolling up in your crib.
in a room. Yeah.
It's like Martin, you got Brumman from the fifth floor.
I'm not acting like there's a guarantee, but you're acting like there is a guarantee that he gets hurt. I could say the same thing to you. You guys are saying we want to arrest him because if he plays, he's going to get hurt. He's not. We don't know. There's no guarantee that he gets hurt or not. When did I? Oh, I said he was the reason that they were in the playoffs during the MVP conversation. Okay. I see what you're saying now. I got it. I see what you're saying now. Yep. I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. When I was making my case for him being the MVP, I used that he was the reason why they're in the playoffs. I got it. And now when I'm making my case against for playing for the rushing record, I'm now using the opposite logic. I understand. It's not even that I switch up so quick. I don't remember what I'm saying, and I use logic that makes sense to make me win. So yeah, I could probably switching up. I, do I think the Giants will hurt Barkley to stop him from breaking a record? I don't know. I don't think the Giants can hurt Barkley to stop him from breaking a record. I think the Giants may sit their whole team. I think we're split on this. I think he should go for it. You guys, some people are erring on the side of caution with the injury. So I understand. I understand. Oh, they changed that. That's now called media assets. All right, Jimmy Butler's trade request. Has anybody seen this? What are your thoughts on it, Mo?
Nowadays in the NBA, you decide where you want to go. So
You just you just don't work out contracts. You
you
just
know
don't.
what? Fuck a contract. Where was the contract?
I've been on this team for a couple years since 2019.
I'm not feeling it anymore.
Yeah, and I've taken them to the championship 2 years and 2 years. Granted, we've got beaten in both of those years, but I've taken them to the NBA championship 2 years in that 5 year span. I have a player option for $55 million next year that he's going to decline so he can get more money. And he wants a trade. I just don't understand this. This one I don't get. Anthony Davis,
He'd
okay.
rather be a role player on a contender.
Well, he's mad because they won't extend him. That's what he's mad about.
Is that why they suspended him?
They suspended him because of what the fuck he said after the damn game.
The detrimental to the team about the joy shit?
Yeah. And they straight up asked him, can you get your joy back in here? He goes, I don't think so.
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly. So they probably, then you have reports that he looked uninterested playing in the last two games, only scoring 9 points a game. But this is Jimmy's MO. He did this in Chicago. He did this in Minnesota. When he gets unhappy, remember the story of Jimmy Butler showing up and taking the third string players and beating the shit out of the first string players? We all laughed about
Yeah.
it. But why was he mad? Because they didn't want to extend him. He talked shit about the Sixers. You took Tobias Harris over me because we didn't want to extend. Jimmy Butler is all about money. And there's been multiple times that stuff has gone around saying that he was a toxic locker room. I don't know. I would love to have Jimmy Butler on my team, except for when he's in a contract year.
Yeah.
Giants could take. Hasn't he been on who? Jimmy Butler? No. He did it. He's old. They're not gonna pay him. Put him in Cali with the they're not gonna pay him. Pat Riley didn't pay Dwayne Wade. Why do you think he's gonna pay Jimmy Butler? But where do you think he goes? Where do you think makes sense for him?
I think somebody said the Thunder were the possible landing spot and the Suns.
What are the Suns doing? The Suns
with.
just collect talent.
Well, I think they would trade Bradley Beal apparently in that scenario because he was wanting to go to Miami a few years ago, and he wants to be like back to his Wizard days, being more of the scorer.
I'm trying to think of how would that look? Jimmy Butler, Devin Booker. No, that's not gonna work out.
You don't think so?
No, Jimmy Butler would beat the fuck out of Devin Booker. I just remember during a summer workout where they were playing pickup basketball, and Devin Booker was mad because he was getting double teamed. And so I don't know. Jimmy Butler, I think Jimmy Butler and Devin Booker would have words. I think KD would kind of be off to the side, but I think Jimmy Butler would come in with his alpha presence. Devin Booker already thinks it's his team, even though he's not a real alpha, he's a beta, and he's a number 2 player, and I think they would have issues. Brooklyn would be a good choice. Brooklyn would pay him a ton of money. Come on, and he would get to have his own team, but it would put him in a very similar situation as Miami, where he doesn't have a lot of talent around him, and they're just comparing on him. What's the worst team to send him to? I would say the Utah Jazz. Wizards pay anybody, they do. Bring him back to Chicago. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm saying, I mean, really, honestly, I would love to have him in Philly, but that's not going to happen either. So,
He was there the 1 year only.
yeah, he was there for that 1 year, and we got past the first round.
Was that the Kawhi Leonard in Toronto year?
Yep. See. I would love. I'm thinking if Miami does this right, Miami's going to want to get a buttload. So you're going to have to go with somebody that has draft picks, because that's what Miami's going to want. And Brooklyn makes the most sense. I don't think they're going to want Bradley Beal. I think if Jimmy leaves, they basically try to rebuild. To be 100% honest, I might do that. I might do that deal. But the problem is Jimmy and Joel would want to play with each other. There's been multiple times in NBA 2K, especially 2K25, that I go after a year of my Sixers. I trade the fuck away out of Joel Embiid because he pisses me the fuck off.
Oh, he's injured and shit.
He's always fucking injured. He's always fucking crying.
You can't be flopping when you can't be flopping when you're 7'3", bro. You fucking
Exactly. Lakers don't have the assets to trade for him. That's the
give you
problem.
Bronny, bro.
Yeah, they don't have the assets to trade for him. So I'm not sure. I know Brooklyn. I know Chicago. That's where I think he's going to end up. He's going to end up on one of those on a team that is borderline playoffs. And he pushes them over. But also the problem is he wants an extension. So it's a rental too, because he's declining his player option.
Who's somebody that wants to absorb an expiring contract, maybe?
Yeah, so but you have to give up too much to get an expiring contract. It's not like you're trading for the eighth man. You're trading for the fucking number 1 star on the team. Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I didn't say it's possible trade. Okay.
But the team training them doesn't want fucking players from the worst team in the league is the problem.
Well, no. Well, you got to remember, everybody has them. So if you trade them to Utah, you can get like Kessler.
Unless you get like picks or something.
No, you can get Walker Kessler. Every team has good players. That's the problem. Besides the fucking Lakers. Like if you look, okay, let's just go to ESPN Trade Finder. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what I can do. I can pull somebody up. ESPN Trade Finder. I'll go Utah Jazz. Okay, add team. We'll go Miami. Second team. Utah.
I didn't even know he fucking site existed. You had all these little toys you fucking around with. The playoff
So they have John
machine,
Collins.
trade maker.
Oh, you don't know about the trade machine?
No.
Here, let me show. It's the NBA trade machine. So you could pick. So Jimmy Butler's 48 million. So I mean, if they're gonna trade somebody, they could literally put in probably Colin Saxton, um, John Collins. But see, it's the problem. Would they give up all these people? They're gonna keep Javante Young. I'll throw in
You got how many? How much? What's the money?
48. But I don't know
48.
how much cap room. See, Miami has no cap room. So let's see. Does this trade work? Yeah, this trade works. So throw in a couple draft picks. But that's the problem. If do they want to get rid of these two? Or are they trying to rebuild around them? But that would be the issue. So I don't think that would be a good trade. If we go to Chicago, that's the problem. Like there's gonna for a rental, there's too many teams that there's too many players that you're gonna have to give up on that trade. So if we go to Chicago, I mean, what are you doing? Trading Jimmy for Zach? Is that what we're doing? Or are we trying? We're not gonna take. Or are we trying to go in and do one of these? Give him. Nope, I don't want him. Give him Pat Williams, Kobe White. You see, they don't have any good expiring contracts. Oh, and then give him a. Can we put a trade exception on?
Wait, why is Alex Caruso still showing for the Bulls?
Because it's a trade exception. So in the
Oh,
NBA, the money didn't line up right.
oh,
So
okay.
because of that, they had to put in a trade exception. So basically, Alex Caruso might have been more expensive than Josh Giddey, or vice versa. They have one for Chris Duarte too. Why are we crying? I'm not done yet. Okay. Go, go, go. So that's the problem. It doesn't really match up because of how much cap room, and they're not going to take Vujicic. So maybe you throw in, take out him, throw in Lonzo and some picks. Does that work? Yeah. So you'd have to throw in Lonzo and some picks. That may work. But does Miami really want that? Brooklyn would be the best bet in my opinion because Brooklyn can absorb the salary. And 4 or 5 picks. Done. Brooklyn has like 16 picks, I think.
Miami wants Ben Simmons.
No, but it's an expiring contract. His contract is over this year. So if you're not going to be able to get talent back, then you get expiring contracts. So Brooklyn has OKC's 2025, the rights to swap. They have their own 2025. They have New York's 2025, and they have Milwaukee's 2025 in the first round.
Who?
2020. Then they have two 2027s, two 2028s, three 2029s. Yeah, that would be an easy trade. Maybe they don't. Okay, so let's go back. Maybe they don't want Ben Simmons. So let's see what else we could put on there. Can't trade Nicholas Claxton. They're not trading Cam Johnson because you'd want to keep that. Well, maybe they do want Cam Johnson. But see, then you just do this. Cam Johnson, throwing Cam Johnson. D'Angelo Russell can't be traded because he was just traded. That would be a good trade.
Wait, D'Angelo Russell just got traded to the Nets again?
Yeah, he just got traded to the Nets. There you go.
I
So
heard
you
I
throw
heard
in
that he
Cam
was,
Johnson with Bojan Bogdanovic because he's an expiring contract. Cam Johnson will give them a good player at small forward, but I don't think they want to trade that. Yeah, he just got traded for Dorian Finney, whatever. So maybe you don't give him there, but that's the problem. You're gonna have to do something to entice them. So if you entice them, you have
well, that's why I
you
had heard that he was on the Lakers twice and the Nets twice.
yep, and both of them traded. Yep. So that's why I think you would give him in this scenario. I think you have to give him Ben Simmons, and then you have to give him somebody else to entice him. So maybe a Cam Thomas, that's a shooting guard, so we don't want him. Is it
Wait,
Zaire
Kevin
Williams?
Love's still on the fucking Heat?
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe you give him Zaire Williams, little prospect. He's not a great prospect, but he's a little prospect, and then throw in two or three first round draft picks, and you have that
How
trade
old is
done.
Kevin Love now? Like 50?
Kevin Love, no, he's younger than LeBron.
Oh shit.
Oh, maybe he's older than LeBron because he went to college. He was drafted in 2008, so yeah,
Oh,
he's
those are
probably
the years of the contracts. Okay.
yeah. So he was drafted in 2008, and he was a 1 year, so he came out at 19. So 16 years, not
He
16
looks
years old.
old. He
Sorry,
looks old as
35.
hell.
Yeah, he's probably only like 35.
He looks old as hell.
Let me see. He might only be 35. That's a good question. 36. He's just been playing for a while.
He's a weathered 36.
All right. Young team like the Bulls where he's the boss. Change of scenery for those players could be beneficial. And taking anyone out of Utah always makes them be happy. Give Giddy the veto. Just reported Peterson likely out in Jacksonville. That doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me at all. Yes, Zach. Oh, you're trading Zach for. Ooh.
For Jimmy.
Ooh, that might work. Yeah, that would actually be a very good trade. I think the Heat would do that. But the problem is they have Tyler Hero. They're not doing that. Tyler Hero's making $25 million a year. The Heat aren't getting rid of Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero and Zach LaVine play the same spot. Plus, they have Duncan Robinson in the back. Oh, okay. I can see that. Yeah, Vucic shoots like a warrior. Yeah, I can see that. All right, last thing we're gonna get into today is we got two more things. College tampering. Want to talk about this real quick? What I mean, what do you guys think about college tampering? Do you think that they should change the rules so that way tampering is not really allowed? That would be a great trade, but again, they have Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. I don't think they're doing that trade. The reason why this got brought up, we'll pause. Quinn Ewers got offered $6 million to not enter the draft and enter the transfer portal after this college season. So my thoughts on it, they have to change the way that they can, and that was an NIL money. So they have to change the way that they do this because how long is it until a kid drops out of the college playoffs? Like what happens if they go, we'll give you $10 million to not play in the playoffs of NIL money? And I know we're a long way away from shaving points and all of that stuff and all of the 60s and 70s with college football, college basketball, but I just don't know if I don't think they should. I don't think that should be happening. We already have kids that we're talking about, or kids, young men talking about sitting out of the college football playoffs because they didn't want to bowl games because of their draft stock. So I don't know. What do you think about that? Do you
Yeah,
think they
no,
should?
it's definitely it's gonna get tricky because um money's gonna come. I guess I don't know how you can regulate that as far as like the timing of these payments, but then they may just defer them.
Yeah,
So there's
there
gonna be
should be.
always though people finding a way or loophole around the shit.
Yeah, you're right. There might not because we see it in the NBA. They skirt it all the time. We see it in the NFL. They skirt it all the time. So there might not. The talking would happen. It just wouldn't be public.
Right. It's like you just gotta know how to navigate those fucking landmines.
Yeah, that I think the college football is going to run into some issues with the tampering. I
Because
don't think.
there was already some fuckery with the people sitting out the bowl
Yeah.
games because they didn't want to fucking get hurt or
Yep.
whatever. So
So yeah, there's going to be a lot of fuckery going on. Is this the guy who transfers out of Ohio State to Texas and transfers back to? Quinn Ewers transfer from Ohio State?
that's a good question. I can't
I
remember.
thought I thought I thought he came the whole time. I don't
I
know.
think he was a Texas boy all along. I
Yeah, I
thought.
think he was a Texas boy all along. Wait, hold on.
I know he played. high
No,
school
he
in
was.
Texas, I
He
think.
was. He was originally
Okay.
part of the Buckeyes football program before deciding to transfer away, which he never played a snap for Ohio State. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Okay. So yeah, I don't know much about it. I just want to keep it posted. Wanted to see what your thoughts were. See how if it's going to become a problem, but I think this is going to become a big problem.
Yeah. It's gonna, I mean, like I was mentioning off air earlier, it's also until they change the dates that the portal opens and make
Yeah.
it after everything ends, then you're gonna see people, pulling out early and trying to grab those bags.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It's just it's hard. It's again, I don't know. It's just gonna get really, really bad really quickly. And I think this is what people were so scared about with college football, was this right here. Was I mean, I think it's a little different when it's
Behind
um
closed doors and not out in the open.
yeah, when it's like grown men or whatever. But when it's in the NFL, you're already talking to millionaires or people that make the money. So I can tell you right now, I don't know what I would do if somebody came up to me as a college athlete and said, "I'll pay you $10 million to not play in the college football
I ain't playing in that fucking game.
game." He said, "I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't playing in that
Shit, give me the shit. And what?
game."
Fuck a game.
I have Chrome. What are you talking about? Okay, so we're gonna get to week 18 picks. Talk about some of the games real quick, and then we're gonna hop up off. If I can figure out what the hell I'm doing right now. All right, so let's take this. Mo and Sam are 1 win apart. Jeremy is 6 games behind them. That's all we're gonna say. Wait, this doesn't add up right. I told Sam I was calling shenanigans. Yeah, this doesn't add up right. This yeah. How is it that I've only and not picking a game is a loss. So how is it that I've only have 247 games? Jeremy has 245. You have 248, and Sam has 248. How is there a 3 difference in games picked from Jeremy to Sam? You see what I'm saying, right, Mo?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see it, so I'm not tripping. I'm calling shenanigans on this whole thing.
Sam,
Shenanigans.
Sam cooking the books.
I agree. That's right. Sam, there's something not right. That does, like, you could see that, and I know
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I know that. And pig games are a loss, so that just doesn't make sense.
because there's been how many games so far?
248, I'm guessing.
I didn't pick two last week, so there should be two less there.
But that counts as a loss. It
That's what I'm
doesn't count.
saying. Oh, never mind
It
then.
doesn't
So
count as you
then I
not
might
picking.
be in there already then.
Yeah, it doesn't count as you not picking them. It counts as a
So
loss.
then it just doesn't have a couple of those cells in the formula, maybe?
Okay. So yeah, something does not add up here, guys. There's
Because it
200.
should be 272 minus 16, which should be 256.
Yes. How is it? That's what I'm saying. So what games are they? How do all of us? First of all, the highest, we're 8 games behind the total. Well, no, it's not 16. Yeah, we're 8 games behind the total, and none of us have the highest total. And Jeremy didn't miss the game because Jeremy makes his picks well in advance. Yep, shenanigans. I said when Jeremy called I told in the chat, I'm calling shenanigans. There's no way I'm this fucking bad. There's no way y'all this much better than me in picking this shit. Shenanigans. I say we scrub the whole fucking shit. We're gonna have to bring it. We're gonna have to figure out what to do because we are the you two are 8 games behind the total amount of games, and I am 9 games, and Jeremy is 11 games. And Jeremy doesn't miss picking. Me and you do, but Jeremy doesn't. Sam, we need to
There must
answer.
be there must be some fucking cells not being counted or something.
I'm putting him up right now.
You have to bust out the notebook again. Maybe go week by week and see if you can spot it. All right, or go up top. All right, so week 1, 16, 16, 16, 16. Week 2, 16, 16, 16, 16.
Yeah, but then the problem is the bye weeks. We don't. We have to go through and know how many teams are on a bye week.
But shouldn't we? Hmm.
See, here starts the bye week. 14,
But
14, 14.
but they should all be. Oh no, because there's no. They should still all be even, right? So you're
Yeah.
gonna find the weeks that are not
Well, here you
even.
go. Right here. 15,
I think
17.
you're doing week 5
I'm
losses
stupid.
and week
I'm stupid.
6.
I got it. I got it. 14. Yep. Yep. 15, 15, 15. 16, 16, 16. 14. Week 8, there was no buys. That would be weird. Week 8, no buys. 14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14. 12. No buys in week 13.
Don't know. I can't remember.
Week 14.
It seems like
No buys in week 15. No buys in week 16. No, that makes sense. Yeah, this doesn't. This isn't. I don't know.
I mean, the top looks good. It seems like that not be carrying over to the bottom somehow. Can you click on on your wins and see what fucking where it's calculated from? All right, so I guess we'd have to check and make sure all them shits are the same.
Yeah, I'm not messing with that shit. That I don't know how to do that shit.
I mean, you would just have to make sure, I guess it's counting each it's gonna skip, so it's gonna go what B, E, G, H, J, L, and so on and so forth for the wins. So just go back real quick. Look at that shit.
Where am I going to?
Just click on the 147. All right, so oh, that's just not in alphabetical order. Well, that's weird because it's doing F3, D3, B3. Yeah, so it's got B3. Okay, yeah, no, yeah. So it's highlighted it. Okay, so you got B, you got D, you got F, you got H, you got J, you got L. Slide over to the right.
Oh, in here.
N P. Either way,
Yeah.
because you can see if you look up top, the cells are highlighted in the color too. They're all highlighted, right? All the wins.
Yeah. No, week 16 is not highlighted.
Oh, okay. So then you're gonna have to do a comma AF3 somewhere. You put it at the end.
Yeah, week 16. So that would be week 16.
All right. So put a comma AF3.
I'm not touching this.
Comma AF3.
After the parentheses?
No, inside. So yeah, AF3 comma. You put an extra space. Take that space in front of it. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right, so now are all your wins good?
Now it looks better. Yeah.
Okay, so now you got 257.
Yeah. So I have too many losses. It's
Yep.
256.
All right, so I guess check that all that it's not pulling from two cells, I guess. 9, okay, 9, 10, 11, 12,
They're all pulling.
13.
Okay, so then we'd have to check yours too, right? We'd have to check everybody's.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe week 16 isn't counting for everybody.
You're right. So was a what?
That was going to be AF4 because it's the next row down, comma. There you go. You can also just click on the cell and it'll type it in instead of typing it either way.
I don't know. I don't understand what you're meaning. I don't know Excel spreadsheets. I suck at
No
this.
worries. It's just you can either type. It's like a grid. So you look at the top, it says AF, and then you go down. Mine's gonna be AF5.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I got you. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you. I literally
yeah.
suck at Excel.
It's like a map.
I suck at Excel spreadsheets and everything. Like it's. I've tried to get my boss.
I ain't touching this shit.
Yeah,
I
you
have
heard
to
me
fuck with
immediately say that.
you.
So okay, so we fixed this one, but
There's
now
still like two
one
off
more
somewhere,
win.
right?
Yeah, there's still one more win. Well, Sam's is completely off now. Now I'm just
He's
calling
got
shenanigans. Yeah, Sam has 260 because we there's somewhere it's not working. You have. I'm stupid.
yeah 256. Yeah, it should be 256. So where are we off?
You have 259. Me and Jeremy have 57. Well, Jeremy has. Yeah. So me and Jeremy have 257. So there's three losses that aren't accounted for. There's three losses too high. Somewhere. We'll let Sam fix that. Or
Yeah.
you can do it on your computer. Forget how smart you are.
I probably only have a tablet and a phone, so I'd have to
Oh,
do it on the tablet, which is what I'm using for a camera right now.
got you. All right. So week 18. Now let's get into picks. See, y'all, if y'all don't know, I'm just letting if you guys don't know, I'm just gonna share some information with you. This dude, Mo, literally got college letters from like every Ivy League school. Like he in high school, he was. I'm not saying he's not smart now, but in high school, he was so fucking smart. Like he was the smartest person I knew throughout my whole entire school career.
I
So
don't know what happened.
crazy. Yeah, tough week. You're 100% right on this. Okay, so we got everybody made their picks. Okay, so all of us picked the Falcons over the Panthers. The Falcons need this. All of us picked the Commanders over the Cowboys. We all picked the Chiefs over the Broncos, even though the Chiefs are resting players. Try run your. Oh yeah, I'm not. I normally we did this the old-fashioned way, pen and paper, and I just kept tallies of them. But this year, Sam hooked us up.
But
Vikings,
next year we'll try run your pool.
Vikings versus the Lions.
Sam's on probation.
Sam's on probation. Yeah. All of us picked the Vikings except for Jeremy. He picked the Lions. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that up. I'm going for the Lions. No, fuck Jared Goff. I'm sticking with the Vikings. Bears versus Packers. We all picked the Packers. Texans versus Titans. We all picked the Texans. Jaguars versus Colts. I'm picking Jaguars. Fuck the Colts. After I saw what the Colts did last week, I'm not picking them. Chargers versus the Raiders. Jeremy's the only one to pick the Raiders.
I'll be going to the game tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Seahawks versus Yo Camejo.
Going with Bomber.
Oh, how's he doing?
He hasn't cut any fingers off. It's a good
Seahawks
sign.
versus the Rams. Mo picked the Seahawks. Everybody else picked the Rams. We all picked the
Oh
Bills.
shit, no, switch me. Sorry. I meant to pick the Rams.
Okay. We all picked the Bills and the Dolphins. We all picked the Eagles, the 49ers. Jeremy was the only one to pick the Bengals. Everybody else picked the Steelers. Sam picked the Saints over the Bucks. That's because he wants the Saints to win and the Bucks to lose, so the Falcons can make the playoffs. And then we all picked the Ravens. Taking Lions over man. Fuck Jared Goff. Okay, fuck him. I would love to see him in the Super Bowl. We need our win back, but fuck Jared Goff. I am going to continue to fuck. Hold on, pause. Let's back up. I am going to continue to say fuck Jared Goff until until Mahomes gets his win back. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Mo, anything else you want to talk about before we jump off?
When's the next UFC? Oh wait, y'all hear about the potential Canelo Crawford?
Yeah. So there's rumors on it right now. I put everything May 5th or whatever. It's not gonna happen. So there's rumors. Canelo said he would fight Crawford if the money was right. He literally just
I
said that.
mean, the Arabs will make it right.
Well, that's the problem. If it's going to Saudi, it's going to Saudi.
I don't know. I think they'll still try to do it out here.
Why? Why would the Arabs pay? Why would the Saudi Arabians
They did the
pay?
shit with the UFC at the fucking Sphere.
Yeah, 100% because it was a cool experience.
Well, they're about fucking doing cool shit like that.
But there's not been one fight that Saudi has paid for that has not been in Iraq or wherever it is.
I just fucking gave you an example.
That's a spear. That was a
So they
once
could
in a
do that.
lifetime.
They
I'm
could do
saying
that shit there.
there has not been a boxing fight that they have paid for. And didn't Dana White have Fight Island in Dubai or whatever?
Hmm.
So that's probably why he got paid back. That's probably why they helped pay him because he brought a whole bunch of attention to them. That's probably a partnership. That's not the same as paying two people to fight in Las Vegas instead of
Yeah, I know they don't need to make the money off of it, but I
yeah,
think they
they're making
still.
money off that.
I think they still want the prestige though of fucking having that shit in the fight capital.
Is it really the fight capital now?
Still is.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All the big fights have happened where in the last 3 years?
What
Saudi.
would you say are the big fights? Because Canelo still has his fights out here.
There has not been a big fight with Canelo in the last 3 years.
I mean, they make him a big fight,
No,
whether
they don't
he's
make them big.
fighting whoever
His,
he's fighting
his
is
last
big or
big fight
not.
was against Billy Joe Saunders, which I think was in Dallas.
You're like going off of like
Like
attendance
actual fight.
or
Like actual fight. Yes, Hispanics are going to follow Canelo, but the last three opponents he have fought, none of them have been huge draws. None of them have been a threat to him.
so
One
you're
of
talking
them was
about just
coming
the
off a
caliber
senior
of
athlete.
opponent.
Yeah, no, yeah. So this is a totally different fight. Like the last big fight, the only big fight I can literally think that's been in Vegas was Crawford and Spence. Outside of Canelo, Tyson Fury and Usyk, both of them have been in Saudi. The rematch between Anthony Joshua and Ruiz was in Saudi. Um, the Francis Ngannou and Tyson fight was in Saudi. The one and Joshua was in Saudi. Like all of the top fights that have happened in boxing in the last 3 years have been in Saudi. So I like maybe for like the welterweights, but there's no sooner or later they're gonna get out of the heavyweight game and start paying these smaller weights, and then that's gonna be it.
Unless the fighters just say, "Hey, no, we don't want to do it over there. We'll do it over here."
I'm sorry, you just said for $10 million you would not pay in the college footballs playoffs. Do you know how much you're paying these motherfuckers?
I'm saying unless they're backing up the fucking Brinks.
Terrence Crawford could not make the kind of money Saudi was going to give him in the United
How much
States.
did they offer? Did they
I
say
don't even know. I because at the point in time,
like fucking 100 million each?
Saudi said, "Well, let's see what Tyson Fury and Usyk got." So the total fight purse for Tyson Fury and Usyk as of now is believed to be $150 million. So if they took 50-50 split, 75-75 before any of the pay-per-view money comes in or anything like that.
It's probably like 100 for the win, 50 for the show.
No, because they do that. That's UFC. Boxing doesn't do that. That's negotiated in their contracts.
But they don't always split it 50-50
Yes,
though, do they?
they always have a split. It's
I don't
60-40.
know. Like if you're the A side,
No, it doesn't matter. Even if you're the A side.
Mayweather wasn't fucking splitting 50-50 with people.
No, he was doing 60-40 or 70-30.
That's what I mean. Like you're saying
That's
they
not
always do that shit.
That's not 100,000 for the win and 50 to show up. That's UFC terms. Boxing,
yeah, but that's not 50-50.
Boxing, but in some spots it is 50-50. It could be 51-49.
Yeah, I mean if you're both draws, then yeah. But if somebody's a bigger draw, then
boxing is not going into fights going, if I win this fight, I get $50 million more. The contract is set in before that comes in. So when they are negotiating the contract, that was the problem with Crawford and Spence. And Crawford and Spence might have done 50-50 for their fight because it's all based on, because they negotiated it. So Usyk is the A side, but Fury's a draw.
no, Fury is the A side.
No, the A side would have been the retaining champion, undisputed champion.
No, the A side is the draw.
This is the issue. Fury does not. So I get what you're saying. The A side is, it's not always that way. That's what I'm trying to say. So for instance, Usyk can go fight somebody else and make very similar money, but Fury can't. There is not a fight that if Fury did not rematch that he could make that Saudi was paying for that. That makes the undisputed champion the A side because he has something that people want to pay for. So I don't know what the split could, but it could probably be 60-40 or like 55-45 because they both bring fame. But the way I would think of it is Usyk doesn't have to rematch Fury. He could go fight Joshua before Joshua lost, and that would be just as big of a fight, a third fight of it. He could go fight Joseph Parker, Daniel Dubois again, who he got in the ring after the Fury fight, and that would have been a huge fight. But Fury, that was the only fight he had because any other fight is not for a title. So you're gonna pay to fight the Anthony Joshua and Fury not fight for a title when both of them are coming off of losses? Yeah, I think in this scenario, Usyk would hold all the cards. But let me see if I can see what their contract was. Okay, maybe I should. Maybe I'm gonna take Jeremy's stuff. Tyson Fury is on cocaine and donuts. So I need to take more of Jeremy's advice. They're suggesting that Fury could have had. Fury was Reports suggest Fury was contracted to earn 70% of the total purse. God damn!
I fucking told your ass.
But Fury lost.
Doesn't matter.
So I'm just saying it's not 50. Yeah, you're that part was right, but it's not 100 for a win, 50 for the match.
Yeah.
Fury lost and would have gotten more and could have gotten more money. So Fury would have been the A side. I wouldn't have taken that if I was Usyk. I wouldn't have taken that. I'm sorry.
Hey, 30% of whatever the fuck they were offering was probably still more than 50% of whatever he would have gotten in another fucking match, not in Saudi. It was out of 150, you said, right?
Yeah, so 45 million.
It's still more than you're getting.
Streaming by. So yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Fury wasn't. Look, listen. As a boxing fan, Fury's not that good. I've been saying that for years. Right now, our heavyweight division is fucking horrible. It's been horrible since the Klitschko's retired. You have Deontay Wilder, who was an undefeated champion for a while and just got knocked out because he decided to spin after getting punched. And he actually practices this. You can pull up fights where he punches and spins around and tries to punch again. That was an undefeated heavyweight champion that decided to do a Michael Jackson spin in the middle of the fucking ring. Anthony Joshua lost to a fat guy on a short notice in Ruiz, did come back and
A
beat
short
him.
fat guy.
Short fat guy, and then got his ass dominated by Usyk and just got knocked out not too long ago. Daniel Dubois, who is a halfway decent fighter, is coming up. Probably was a closer fight with the Usyk fight. We have a cruiserweight that literally has came up and become the undisputed champion. Do you know the last time that's fucking happened? Like right now, Tyson Fury beat a old Klitschko, then basically went on a hiatus, then came back and beat an outmatched Deontay Wilder, who all of us know the only thing he could do was punch. Beats a whole bunch of bums. Dylan White, I shouldn't say bums because they could beat my ass, but not top level contenders. Almost loses to Francis, and then loses twice to Usyk. He's not that good. Like Tyson Fury, I think is, if Tyson Fury stayed undefeated for a while, he would be what they would look at this generation very similar to the way they look at Mike Tyson's generation. Even though we all know Mike Tyson was a bad man. You look at who Mike Tyson fought for heavyweight championships. I think Michael Spinks was the last undisputed heavyweight champion when he beat Larry Holmes. So he lost to Usyk twice. He beat Francis. He beat Derek Chisora, who was 33-12. He beat Dylan White. So when's this date? Can you guys give me dates on these? Oh, I'm stupid. Why are there's no dates? It just says December, October. It doesn't even say anything. So yeah, he beat Vladimir Klitschko, 64-3. He don't get me wrong, Safari Safiri is somebody's name. He was 23-1 when he fought Klitschko. He is now 27-4 and retired. Francis Polito was 35-1. He is now 35-5 and retired. So he's got people that at the end of their career, after beating Klitschko, then he fights Deontay Wilder, draw. Then he has the Tom Schwartz. Does anybody know who Tom Schwartz was? He was 24-0. He is now 29-1. So that's not a bad record. Otto Wallen fucking is garbage. Otto Wallen has lost considerably amount. He lost to Anthony Joshua and he lost to Tyson Fury. And none of these other people that he beat, I know even other names. So I'm not saying that he's horrible. I'm just saying he's not as good as everybody thinks he is. That's my opinion. Anything else?
I think they hype him up because of like movement for heavyweight.
Yeah, because he's a fat guy that doesn't look like he should move that way. And he has a great personality. So they hype him up. But boxing, as we all know, boxing is the fucking king of padded records. Everybody, like you go to MMA and you see very few people undefeated. And the people that are undefeated, we celebrate like they're fucking Khabib. I'm going to say John Jones. Fuck the 12-6 elbow. But we celebrate them. But they're not undefeated. George, all of your great ones are really, they've all had losses and stuff like this. And they've lost in their prime. Look at George St. Pierre to Matt Hughes. Or, I mean, fucking not Matt Hughes. What was the other dude? Matt Sierra. Matt Sierra.
Yeah, Matt Sierra.
So you see, but you in boxing, you see protected records all the time. I mean, Floyd Mayweather is the king of it towards the later part of his career. So yeah, I don't know. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think that's it, man. We're at 2 hours. I mean, this has been one of the longer ones.
Podcast, yeah. I had a lot of shit to talk about because we were off last week. All right. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend.
Happy New Year's, fuckers.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. Merry Christmas. All that good stuff. Hope all of you guys have a good time and enjoy week 18. And Jeremy, Mo, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and take us out.
It's time to go, yo.
Peace.